Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to the American Investor Show. Please click subscribe if this is your first time listening. From trader and CEO interviews to breaking news about companies you won't hear anywhere else, nobody does a better job at keeping you in the know when it comes to penny stocks. The term penny stock generally refers to a security issued by a very small company that trades at less than $5 per share. Penny stocks are extremely risky, yet they offer rates of return on investment not seen anywhere else. The host, guest, and callers are not registered financial advisors licensed by any government entity, and therefore, the following should be considered entertainment. The host, guest, and callers disclaim all liability in the event any information, commentary, analysis, opinions, advice, and/or recommendations prove to be inaccurate, incomplete, or unreliable, or result in any investment losses. Before investing in penny stocks, you should consult a professional to determine what strategy may be best for your individual needs. Now, without further ado, your host, LaSalle Anungu.
Yes, what's going on, everybody? Had life getting away a little bit, but I'm back. And boy, this market has been slapping. Woo! Wow, this market has been slapping. I really hope you guys have been making some easy money out here, because these Bitcoin stocks, again, I got them all documented. AdvancedEquityResearch.com, my website. Top Bitcoin stocks right now for 2018. I've already got them down listed on the website. Go to my website, look all the top Bitcoin stocks right now. We had one get shut down. Was it today or yesterday? I think it was today. The one that went from like $4 to $515 or something like that. CW. We're going to look that up in a little bit too. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. This is episode 251. Episode 251. Let me get my OTC markets up. Shout out to equityfeed.com. You already know what it is. Best scanner on the market, equityfeed.com. Get 2 weeks free. No credit card required. Yes, indeed, man. This market has been slapping. Yeah, I'm going to go into Bitcoin Cash, which kind of threw me off a little bit, because you remember everybody thought that the next crypto to really go on Coinbase was going to be Ripple. Everybody thought that was going to be Ripple. Shout out to everybody in the chat room again. DPG, Gucci, Gerardo, Ja Warrior, Bill Betts, Bruce Cole, More Peace, James Cade, Michael B, Lamont Hampton. Who else is in here? Kyle Buck. Who else is here? Kenneth Rosenberg. What's up? Yeah, MGTI is the shit. MGTI is the shit. They got their act together. You see, they're not dumping on you guys. They're not dumping on you guys. We're going to get to all the winners. All the stocks that have been winning. They're not dumping on traders like they used to on MGTI. They're finally letting that shit run. I don't know if the word got to them or what, but they finally started accepting the fact that, hey, look, we can do more than just $2.30. You know what I mean? Shout out to MGTI. They're letting it run. What's going on, Kenny Dutton? You said from breakups to makeups. Well, look, they were diluting shareholders at a few months ago. So I had to go in on them. That's basically what they were doing. And we rode it down from the threes to one somethings, 178. From 330 or so to 178. That was a great short. And everybody who was in it from me, from my videos, they made money on it. And now with this Bitcoin run, it's been a total tear. You see, I kind of forgot. I even had a paper trade on the way back when at these levels when we were following it. But look where it's at now, man. $7.10. $7.10. That's where it is right now. MGTI. If you would have told me that MGTI would be at $7 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have believed you. No way I would have believed you. MGTI. But again, they're not dumping on people, and they're letting the stock run, and that's exactly what it is, man. So I'm for it, man. I'm all for it.
Perfect.
Yeah. 646. I think this is. Oh, Ken, you just hung up on me, bro. Call me back, Ken. Either I hung up on you or you hung up on me, but call me right back. I was about to pick up your line. There it is, one more time. Hey, Ken, is that you?
It's Ken.
Hey,
yeah, it's me.
What's going on, bro?
So remember I brought up MGTI a few days ago. I don't know if I said it last week. I noticed on Friday there was news. News came out that they were getting rid of a lot of debt, and it was at $4.18 a share on Friday. And also, I think you talked about that there were a lot of warrant holders at $4.25 that they just, and you were making a big point about that. That's interesting that it was higher than what the warrant, around the price what the warrant holders had it. So it just seemed like a good thing to go into.
Yeah. Right now, it's you know, it's the most legit crypto play out there. I gotta be frank and honest about that. Out of all the crypto stocks out there, and I wrote this on my website, it is by far the most legit in terms of having actual operations. They're right up the street here in Durham, North Carolina. I've been to the office. They actually have rigs there. You can see it. You can walk in there and see it. It's for real. They got things there. Now, I don't like the 50-50 thing in terms of how some people own a part of it, all that. But at the end of the day, they have real operations, and they're mining, and they are doing what they say they're doing.
Yeah, it really. I made a decision to get into that one instead of the INTV on Friday, and INTV was 60 cents at 9:30 Friday morning, closed at $1.30, and then Monday went to $6.50.
Yeah, and look where it is now.
I could cry.
I mean, it's but look, they're gonna pull back. We saw very similar moves in Riot. We saw very similar moves in they're gonna pull back from highs, and maybe they may not ever get back to that high, but you'll be able to get gains from bottoms and attempts to back to that high. But INTV, incredible run in that stock as well, man.
It's just amazing. I wanted to bring up this. I've noticed over the last few years, the last trading week of the year, next week, the marijuana stocks always run. And we talked about MCOA last week. Yeah. Take a look at it today. It's coming back, and this thing could go.
I don't want to put it out there, but I'm heavy. This is my favorite marijuana stock. I've said
all right, there we go.
over and over and over. I am heavy in MCOA. I love it because one guy in the chat room, Bill Betts, he brought this up to my attention months and months ago. And Bill, you would remember this. We were looking at MCOA this was at, literally a fraction of a cent, and then it ran to what? I think that it was at 2019 at 19-20 cents. And we realized then that MCOA, if you're looking for marijuana plays with incredible volatility, you got to look into MCOA. It's got beautiful share structure. When it runs, it can really run really hard. And I'm in this cheap, and I'm in it heavy. So I'd love to see it, soar out of the fives. Until then, I'm just keeping it until it gets to those levels.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it's great. Any other marijuana stocks that you're aware of, Sal, that look good?
Other than that, RSII is always a really good one. That's not really doing much now. I don't know what the float is on that now. RSII was a really, really big one at the beginning of the year. Could that run again? I don't know. What are the ones that were pretty good? CVSI? CVSI was really good too. CVSI, that had a really great run at the beginning, toward the beginning of summer last year. It's been quiet, but looks like it's doing something now, or at least it pulled back today anyway. Another great stock to be aware of, POTN, announced either was yesterday or today. POTN, they cracked $1 million in revenue for the first time in their business. 1.6 million in revenues for November. So that's the first time for them, POTN. And I think out of the other ones, of course you got the hemps and the MGNAs, but in terms of volatility, those three that I announced are probably the go-tos. But MCOA is always a favorite if you're looking for a blast off.
And I think it has a small float as well.
Yeah.
Which is helpful, which is good.
Yeah.
So anyway, this tax bill, I think it's going to pass tomorrow or Friday. I wonder if the market will skyrocket or sell off? Who
Yeah,
knows?
I don't know why we saw a pullback in IWM today. I took it as an opportunity to buy a few more calls for the 155s. At the end of the day, I mean, they're going to be the biggest beneficiary, including oil and gas. Oil and gas, pay the highest corporate tax rates out there in terms of sectors. So oil and gas should be a big winner as well, including retail.
Banks are part of that too.
Yeah, retail as well. Banks, yeah, there you go. Banks as well. So I don't know why we saw that pullback in IWM today, but I saw it as an opportunity to buy some calls on that. So we'll see what's looking up for it. But yeah, I have no doubt it's going to pass. It looks like there was a procedural mistake today in Congress regarding the bill, but I think the Republicans will get their way, and time will tell. See how this all plays out.
Very cool. Just another thing I wanted to mention to you. If you look at Intel INTC, look, if it hits 47.88, that will break the high set 17 years ago in the year 2000.
Crazy.
That is interesting.
Yeah, INTC is another one I'm watching carefully, looking at these trends and following where it's going. I top right now at 47.27. I'm all over it if it breaks that high, and I'm looking for 50 on it. I think it can get to 50. But especially where it is right now on the RSI, we've gone to as high as 90 on it. But I mean, look, it's one of those stocks that, right now, if guys are looking for value, right, you're looking for the value plays. Nvidia's already kind of turning over a little bit. Apple's turning over, and many of these other semiconductor plays are a little bit fat. If you're looking for a great value play, I think Intel is it. So. That's something to get excited for right now.
Yeah, and Micron beat tonight.
Yes.
And Micron gapped a few dollars. It's interesting. So
Micron,
one more to mention to you.
Micron is what's the ticker on that? MU, yeah, MU.
MU, Mary Union, MU.
Yeah, there it is. Wow, beautiful at 46 right now after hours. Beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful.
It's pop.
Yeah. Ken, you were saying you were going to say something?
Yeah, one of those crypto stocks, PTOP. If anyone wanted to play the penny ones, it has huge volume. It jumped all the way to 2.1 cents, but closed at 1.4 because Bitcoin came down.
Yeah,
hard at the end of the day.
PTOT is a new one out the gate. This is a couple of weeks old now, but about 2 weeks? Yeah, about 2 weeks old now. But yeah, running still cheap, relatively cheap if you're looking to get in now. Had a really great day today. You hit 2 and pulled back. So it looks there's still a lot of buying interest there. I want to make the audience aware of another one, PURO. PURO is Puro, but the real name of the company is called Bitfrontier. They're going to be changing their name, but Bitfrontier, they came out, I want to say it was yesterday, came out and said, hey, yeah, we're going into the crypto side of the business. We've been taken over. We got new management, blah, blah, blah. But that ticker is PURO, but they are a Bitcoin play.
Yeah, it's quite a chart on that guy.
Yeah.
I'll have to put that one in. Cool. Thanks.
There it is, Ken.
We'll see what happens.
Appreciate it, man.
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Yep, take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Shout out to Ken for the call. Always some really good tickers, large caps and small caps, and penny side too as well. So shout out to Ken. Thank you for that. And I keep forgetting to ask him about PayPal if he's still in it, but pull back a little bit. That's another one that's, look, it's kind of hot right now, right? It looks very similar to if you look at NVIDIA or many of the other charts that are pulling back a little bit right now. But I think at the end it's still a winner for 2018. Long term is still a winner. What's going on, Stockafella? Yeah, Bitcoin Cash. What's up, Sinclair? Bitcoin Cash now. I mean, this is incredible, man. Bitcoin Cash, we looked at Bitcoin Cash last week at around, 16? No, it was actually about 13, 14 last week when we pulled up Bitcoin Cash. And, look, Coinbase is the most overpriced currency exchange out there. And, you're paying a premium for buying it on Coinbase, but Coinbase makes it so easy to get into the crypto space. I don't think people really care about the fact that they're paying, anywhere between, 3 to sometimes 7% higher than many of the other exchanges, like the Bitstamps, Bitrixes, and all those other, things. So I was talking last week about Bitcoin arbitrage, about getting and buying from other exchanges. It does work, but the round trips take so long, dude. It takes like about an hour and 10 minutes for one trip. So, unless you're playing with a large amount of size, it's really not even worth it. It takes about an hour round trip, and then the fees cut into your profit. So, at one time there was a spread of almost $35 on ETH, but I had to get into Bitcoin, from Bitcoin then into ETH, take ETH from Qcoin, buy it in Qcoin, bring it back to Coinbase or GDEX, and then sell on GDEX. It was just too much. It was just too much. But it does work. It does work. But you gotta be playing with a lot of size to make it worth your time. Yeah, you gotta be playing with a lot of size. And plus, it had been really nice over the last several days to not have to really focus on Bitcoin. Although, cryptocurrency's been doing well, the market has been doing really well too. It's been fun to see some of these crypto stocks, run the way they've been running. That's been awesome, man. You gotta tell me you can't love what LFIN did. What LFIN did yesterday. That was incredible, man. That was absolutely incredible. Playing LFIN, and again, I'm following on the paper trade side, right? Making sure that the paper trade is in the money, and then I'm going in with the real money. Paper trade's in the money, going in with the real money, and when you have a live chart, thanks to TradingView, you can kind of do things like that, where I can play a paper trade, and if it starts going right, then I'll go in with my real money. But as you can see here, when the stock got halted, oh boy, it opened up. And I mean, almost instantly, guys were down 35, 40, 50%, depending on where you got in at. I mean, if you were the sucker that bought in LFIN at 123, 124 a share, 5 minutes later, you opened up down about 51, 52%, and that's greed on a just insane scale for anybody who had gone into LFIN in the 100s. That's greed on an insane scale. Yeah. Insane scale. All right. And by the way, the CEO of LFIN, he ended up going on CNBC. They tried to give him that work, but the dude was like, look, I'm not even selling into this shit. He's an Indian guy, real hard Indian accent and everything. He's like, man, I don't even know what's going on. All his shares are locked in. So he can't even sell into this incredible market. A lot of them were thinking like, oh, he's into this pump he's making. Nah, man, he just didn't even know what the fuck was going on. So shout out to LFIN. The CEO of the company said the stock is worth only $5. Yet we're seeing it here at $68 a share. There's a really great phrase out of the show, not of the movie, Scarface. When Scarface is coming up and the guy's like, yeah, don't ever underestimate the other guy's greed. And that's a clear case when we look at stocks like LFIN. Man, you're a greedy ass bastard to be buying LFIN at these prices. It's insane. I mean, the stock, again, not to beat a dead horse, but it got to a $5.9 billion valuation. This is a company that didn't even make $7 million last year, but yet got to a $7 billion valuation on LFIN. Insane. Absolutely insane. Riot Blockchain. Riot Blockchain is so interesting that Alex Left came out today on CNBC. He had completely turned on this company today on CNBC. You're seeing the stock down after hours about $1.50 or so, $1.50, $1.60. We'll see where it opens up tomorrow, but nobody really fucking cares, man. You know, you can come out and call these stocks what they are, but nobody fucking cares. Everybody's playing for the short term, and you know, as a pessimist, right? As a pessimist, you don't want to jump in on these things on the downside because you know these guys are ready to squeeze the shit out of you, man. They understand long term these are zeros, but in the short term, if they can catch you off guard, right, and squeeze the shit out of you and get you to buy in at a higher price, that's all they want to do. That's all they want to do, you know. That's all they want to do. So when I see these stocks down after hours, right, you know, down 20%, down 30%, that's just another opportunity for them to say, oh, okay, well, now here come the shorters. And then the very next day, they're at your neck again. They're at your neck again the very next day. We're seeing it in Riot. That's why Riot is back up here at $38, a stock that was down huge.
Hey, this is James. James Ritchie. How you doing today, bud?
All right, so it looks like we got some clowns out here now. So let me get this guy out of here. All right, take care, folks. All right, works better at the end of the show. What else are you guys looking at? CREG, China Recycling Energy. China Recycling Energy. Don't know too much about this one. We brought it up last week, but you know, I don't know what's been going on with it. Actually, no, this we actually missed it because I don't have a Friday show. I think this one popped off on Friday. Actually, no, it was Thursday. Okay, it was Thursday. So we must have talked about it, but looks like for the most part hasn't done much since. Tried to rebound today though, didn't go too far. SC Trucker, what's up, man? Silver by the ounce, what's going on? Jeff Thayer, Rocky Mountain High, yeah, Rocky Mountain High. That's another OTC stock that can do some numbers, right? Can do some numbers. And Rocky Mountain High Brands, you see here sold off, but looks like buyers were in full control today of Rocky Mountain High Brands. Nice move. You had some news come out today on Rocky Mountain High Brands. So that helped things out, and buyers were in full control of this stock that it really had a very, you know, bearish sentiment since, well, at the beginning of summer, June to be exact, where this stock lost well over 70% of its value going back here to from the end of May. Going back to the end of May. Right? DPW Investor Webcast. Yeah, you know, DPW's, you know, it's got a really scary looking chart. I mean, it has, you know, down days, great days, down days, red days. I mean, it's all over the place. Red day today, but, you know, I foresee, you know, that webcast tomorrow to be, you know, a bullish day for the stock. But we'll see what they actually have to talk about. You know, if they come out and say, hey, we're buying, you know, 200 S9 rigs or something like that, then hell yeah, that's going to run like crazy. You guys know that's kind of what, you know, guys just want to hear. They just want to hear that. BTCS doubled my money into it. BTCS, you know, this is a stock too. Again, on this show, I said it was a buy at 10 cents. Buy. BTCS now beautifully at 24 cents a share. I'm not even gonna lie. I've dumped my position in BTCS. I'd love the, you know, opportunity to buy it back again at 10. Will it ever come back to 10 soon? I don't know. But you know, with Bitcoin now pulling back to what is it, 17 now or something like that, this is a great time to kind of get resettled and see that pull back into the low teens on BTCS. I think that'll probably happen tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what happens on that. Yeah, that's the thing, Gucci. That's what makes me scared of DPW. It's got a very tight float, but you know, those that halting and then, you know, that can just really screw things over. CRCW, I believe, was the stock I was talking about earlier. Crypto company, or yeah, it's called Crypto Co, right? The stock went from $5 to $575 on about 9,000 shares worth of trading over the last about 2.5 weeks. So not a lot of money not a lot of trades, but quite a bit of money. I mean, there had to be somebody today who bought in at over 500. I mean, a share. Over 1,000 shares were traded today. So this got really expensive, really, really quick. Obviously, you had guys who had probably some incredible gains that unfortunately will not see the opportunity to cash out, because now this stock is locked until January 2nd. I believe they said January 2nd, which is not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. So the day after New Year's. And that pretty much says it's done. I mean, you're not going to have anybody there waiting to buy your 575 shares, okay? They're going to, allow it to start trading again, and you're going to have guys hitting the bid at 120, 125, maybe not even in the 3 digits. I mean, so yeah, let me just go ahead and give you the flush there, because it's a wrap. It's a wrap for you if you're in CRCW. It's just what it is. All right. Did I see that trade Madass made on LFIN? Yeah. He said he killed it, man. He said he killed on LFIN. I don't really pocket watch guys like that. But yeah, he said he made a killing on it. I did see a tweet about it. So anybody who made money on that stock, that was the way to play it. The thing about these kind of trades is that you don't really know how high they're gonna go, right? You don't really know how high they're gonna go. So I'd never try to go in so heavy that I'm gonna walk away with a 6-figure gain or a 5-figure gain in terms of 10K or more, because I just don't want to risk that much capital, because you just don't know, right? You just don't know. And you always want to say to yourself where there's always going to be a stock to trade tomorrow. But, look, he killed it on it. And when I pulled my moving averages that kept me into the trade, 4 and 8 being in particular, on the 5-minute chart, I mean, this is what you want to see. This is kind of what you want to see. And that's basically what happened in LFIN yesterday, where it was just holding my moving averages. Holding, and eventually got locked in. And as soon as I saw any kind of resistance here on the 5-minute, I was out. But with nowhere near what I think he said he made. How much did he say he made? $45,000. I mean, yeah. So he took quite a bit of risk, and I know he's known to take he's known to take big risk, and I doubt. And here's the thing about Madass, I doubt he got in early. He's more of a guy who will go in with huge size for a very short period of time. So he could have easily had got in at $70, right, and rode it up to $100. He's not like he wasn't the guy who got in at $30 and rode it all the way to $70. That's not him. He go in huge, very short period of time, and then that's kind of how he plays. That's why if you ever notice when he puts up his gains, his size is always, ridiculously huge. So he gets in at those higher prices. All right. But moving averages would have got you in this trade early. And again, you needed a good screen to kind of find long fin. All right. Need a good screen. EquityFeed.com would have got you in there. All right. But as you can see here over the last couple of days, daily chart is very, very misleading. It's all in the minutes. All right, let's look at some other ones. SANP. Oh, no, you're talking about SANP on the OTC side. My bad. I'm like, look, what, $73? I know it ain't no damn $73. Yeah, SANP, Santo Mining. So what's the story about behind Santo Mining? Santo Mining, basically an OTC stock that announces basically it's legit now, right? I mean, they actually, unlike so many mining companies, they're actually going to, put something in the ground here, dig some gold up, right? Didn't really look over the stock here. I'm looking at the news. Oh, shit. Hold up. They're cryptocurrency now? Hold on. What happened to the mining operation, though? God damn. Hold on. Since when were they a cryptocurrency company? Public trade over calamari family, analog mining company in the gold. Yeah, I mean they Santo Mining. And again, this is not a new company, right? I mean, this is a company that's done pumps in the past. All right, this is a company that's done pumps in the past. If you go back to the chart, you can find pumps 2016, 2015. I remember talking about them. But they were a mining company, like actually like gold, silver and shit like that. Since when were they crypto? The fuck? Oh man, come on, man. Don't tell me it's that easy. Don't tell me it's that easy. I'm seeing I don't see an 8K. When did they announce it though? Go to news. September 29th. Okay, I see something back in September 29th. SANP enters into letter of intent to merge with Canoe Bitcoin Mining. This is back in September. This was back like September 29th. Okay, so somewhere around here. So that played in. It looks like, guys just got tired of that. And all of a sudden it's running again. Okay, damn, but shit. All right, so I mean, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. What's going on, David? David from Investors Hangout in the building. Yeah, I see it, man. Gosh, look at that, man. I mean, so it's that easy. Just say you're doing something in Bitcoin, and next thing you know, you're up over 200%. Actually, you're actually up higher than that because you were at what, triple? It was a 000 stock? What the fuck? Okay, now I'm getting pissed off that I missed this shit. Oh, fuck, man. Because, dude, no matter how great your scanner is, dude, you're going to miss one, dude. Always going to fucking miss one. When did this jump off, man? Fuck. 1213. 00002. Now at your 0022, you're up 1,000%. SANP is up 1,000%. I gotta give it to him. Man. SANP. Nice move, man. I mean,
You win.
That's a killer trade, dude. That's a killer trade. That is a killer trade. All right. SANP, if you caught that, dude, that's awesome. If you caught that, that's awesome. And that's why I was talking to Ken about PURO. I'm in PURO. All right, I'm in PURO. I'm looking for a penny on this one. On PURO, I'm looking for a penny. And I'm in this looking to double up from the 0050s. You said Wins is back up again? Oh, God. Come on, guys. That's what we just got done talking about, how some guys just don't give a fuck, man. They don't give a damn, about the balance sheet. In the short term, they don't give a damn about the balance sheet. There's a great book by Benjamin Graham. I'm going back a little bit. Those of you guys don't know, he was a huge, he's basically like Warren Buffett's guru and whatnot. He wrote a book called Security Analysis, right? It's like 400 fucking pages. Well, in the book, he talks about how in the short term, securities are like basically, votes, they're like voting booths, right? Guys are just voting like crazy. But in the long term, value, if it's there, rises to the top. So in the short term, these guys who are playing wins, they don't give a fuck about the balance sheet. They don't give a damn about, what this company really does. They're just seeing, whatever this volume that's coming into it, and guys who are willing to pay $3.23. Look at this shit. $3.23 a share for wins, right? This investment management company based out of the Cayman Islands. I don't even know how much they actually have under management, if it's even doing what they're saying they're doing. CNXS. By the way, I know we're going through them fast, but that's your job to do the real DD. Our job is to really kind of go through the tickers together. I've been waiting for CNXS to pop off for a minute now. If you guys remember, this is the stock that I called Mike Tyson Bitcoin. They signed a deal with Mike Tyson to create a bunch of Bitcoin ATMs. By the way, Bitcoin ATMs are like the worst place to buy actual Bitcoin. The fees are just insane. But it hasn't done anything. And that has a lot to do with the fact that the float is absolutely ridiculous on this one. The float is huge. It's worse than like DTII or something like that. Oh, free ride. You already know, dude. I mean, but they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn, dude. They don't give a damn. Yeah. Let's keep a look at it. Jeff Thayer, Canada. Yeah, the Canadian marijuana stocks have been the only marijuana plays actually delivering profit for 2017. As you can see here, I mean, you look at the canopy growth, which, by the way, is probably by far the most, legit cannabis play out there, canopy growth. Very beautiful balance sheet, nice cash, right? Low debt. Canopy growth is the real deal, man. I think when it's all said and done, they're going to be around here. And to see them at $17 a share, it's absolutely incredible. But they got beautiful share structure. And again, their balance sheet's beautiful. You can look it all up on OTC markets. And by the way, they have really good investor relations too. Last time I had looked into the research, they answer the phone. Whatever questions you have, for the most part, they'll answer. IMMU, kind of forgot about this play. Biotech play, it had been doing something over the last couple of days, but I kind of forgot about this one. As you can see here, over the last couple of days here, I'm not sure where the stock wants to go. It's had a really good week and a half, as you can see from the lows, single digits, 850s, 860s or so. You're at 1346 now. I just feel like, if you're getting in it now, you're a little bit late into the party. You're probably just buying somebody out, so I'd be careful going in here now. You said, Kenneth, you said they'll be bought out for 24 on what? Let me know. I'd love to know what his reasoning for that is. You guys know if you got some info. If you got some info, 305-600-2896 is the call-in line, so let us know. But it had a really great 2017 so far. All right. BW, is it filling in the gap yet? Babcock and Wilcott, yes, looks like we are filling it. Let me get rid of my moving averages here so we can see this better. All right, so we're filling in the gap here on BW finally. Those of you guys who've been following the stock, that was one of the big things. Filling in that gap, and it's doing it very, very nicely now. Boy, that would have been a really great hold for me, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm so impatient, like so many traders. I can't even imagine myself still holding on to BW, especially the size position that I had back here in the 160s when we talked about it as an oversold stock. Now, I mean, at 593, this is the right way to trade. I mean, that's the right way to trade, is to buy and hold and do it the right way, right? But, patience is just, it's a virtue, dude. It is a virtue. But I've been starting to get into my whole, Buddhist kind of thing, by the way. I'm going to talk into a video of that probably off. I'll make a video. But I started getting into Buddhism, y'all. Yeah, your boy's about to got a Buddhist statue and all that shit, so I'm getting into Buddhism. Um, so it's hard to explain. I don't know the shit just yet, but I love what they're talking about. You know, I just feel like they're the only dudes who are really like living what they're saying. You know what I mean? Everybody else is just fucking bullshit. BLIN, Bridgeline Digital. Bridgeline Digital. Don't know too much about it. Again, 305-600-2896. Enlighten us if you want to. He said, "Go get that dot on my head." You hilarious, man. All right. Yeah, Joe, man. I got into Buddhism. You know what I mean? Just because I feel like it goes right with trading. You know what I'm saying? It goes right with trading. It just makes sense. I want to be one of those guys who's, in a trade, and he's got nerves of steel, no emotions, no heart beating, no nothing. That's usually how it goes when your size is so small you really don't care. But when your size is large, I still want to be able to have my heart just be like, yeah, that's sick to me, dude. He said the first Buddha was black. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash is doing stupid right now, man. Bitcoin Cash is going nuts. TEUM. You're gonna start rolling a bead chain. Yeah, I already got the chain. I already got the Buddha chains, man. I already got the beads and stuff like that. I already got I don't want to drop it. But I already got my what's it called? God damn. My altar? Is that what it's called? An altar? Yeah, I already got the altar set up. Right here next to my computer. And just bringing some tranquility to my space, you know what I mean? Tranquility for the mind. 210, you're on the air. What's up?
What's up, Sal? What's going on?
Hey, who am I speaking with?
Bro? With Gerardo.
Gerardo, what's up with you, man?
What's up, man? Nothing much. Just getting over a cold and fever and shit. Haven't done shit all week. Not a very productive week, but getting better, getting back into it. You know how it goes.
Get better. What you got for us today, man?
Yeah, man. I haven't done my usual screener. I haven't done any kind of looking into too many tickers, but I got one that I wanted to share with you real quick. See what you think. It's ABIO. Okay. I think you spoke about it on your show before a long time ago, or maybe I don't know.
ABIO. This one I'm not familiar with. If we have talked about it in the past, it must have been very briefly because I don't know too much about it. It's had some jumps here over the last couple months, right? $1.43.
Yeah,
it's very lightly. Yeah, it's very lightly traded. Healthcare stock. Looks like they do have a clinical trial underway, a phase 3 right now. I don't know when the data should be available for that, but they do definitely have a clinical trial underway right now.
Yeah, supposedly it's for some atrial fibrillation or chronic heart failure patients, cardiovascular disease. Yeah, but it just has it just went over that 200 EMA, and it just looks like something worth watching.
Okay. All right. So you said it just went over the 200. I still have it below the 200.
Or is it the 100?
100.
I don't have it up right now.
Okay, 100. Where are we? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's something to watch. We'll see how that holds up. All right, ABIO. But yeah, definitely a stock you kind of have to do some real digging on because they got some things that work here, and and it does, as you can see, has to do with cardiovascular diseases. So yeah, definitely a stock you got to do some digging on because it looks like whatever is going on here hasn't really hit the stock yet because we're not seeing it in the volume
Right.
just yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like it has some decent people interested in it, and it's worth taking, just watching it.
Yeah.
But and then another thing, man. You're talking about Buddhism and stuff, and I'm glad to hear that you're looking into that kind of philosophy and trying to apply that to your profession there. And but there's some pretty good places. Where you staying at? North?
Yeah, I'm
North
in
Carolina
Charlotte. Yeah, I'm
something?
in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I don't know. I haven't looked into the whole thing of temples yet or going to there because I feel like when I go there, I actually want to be able to know what the hell I'm doing. I'm not at that level yet. I'm still learning, but it's kind of one of those things where it's just like, man, it just goes well with trading in terms of just having a proper mind and mental discipline and being able to say no to things. It just really goes smooth with it. I just feel like,
Yeah, it does. And I mean, just I don't want to talk about it too much, but there's an ashram or a yoga center over in Miramar, Florida.
Okay.
It's not too far, I guess. But anyway, I stayed there for a couple months, and really awesome place. They teach you, how to discipline your diet, discipline, your sexual energy, how to discipline your emotions, and how everything relates to your food, the food you eat, and just the daily disciplines.
Yeah.
And how that affects your profession and how successful you are in life.
Absolutely.
But,
Absolutely.
There's a cool place there in Miramar, Florida. It's like a real legit like Hindu temple. You don't have to go to India. Like this place is like legit.
Oh
you
wow.
know.
Oh wow.
So and it's really. I mean, if you're ever interested, hit me up or whatever. But for more details, But I'm glad to hear that you're putting this like an evolution to your life and stuff like that. That's cool,
Indeed, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Gerardo, for the call, bro.
Hell yeah, man. Have a good one.
Yes,
All right,
indeed, man. Absolutely, yeah, man. That shit, yeah. I mean, if I could take a second, let me see here. I don't know if I can one-handed. Yeah, I can. There we go. Underestimating my own strength. Let me see. Can y'all see this shit? All right, there it is. Can y'all see this? It is a beauty. I don't want to drop it, man. I don't know if y'all can see this. It is a beautiful, and this shit is kind of heavy too. Let me go ahead and put this back. But yeah, I got my little altar here next to my monitors. But again, I'm not gonna make this a Buddhism show. I just want to let y'all know what's going on. That's all. Yeah, man. When I decide to go in, I'm going all in. You know what I mean? I'm going all in, man. Yeah. Hold on, let me see here. What else was hot today, man? What else was hot today? Let's see here. What else is hot? I see some guys bringing up R-Log. R-Log is going into bankruptcy, man. R-Log is we're looking at the R-Log chart right now on the screen. Don't look so hot. Don't look so hot, man. Yeah, that sucker's about to go into bankruptcy, man. That's how it looks. OTC markets is around the corner for R-Log, unless they reverse split, which I'm not seeing any information that they look to be going in that direction. Yeah, Poker Pro, yeah, we talked about LFIN. Oh, and Poker Pro, where were you on SBI? I wanted to talk to you on SBI when SBI had did that run a couple days ago. I didn't see you on the, because I remember you had talking about how you had sold out. AKER, who brought that up? Joe Silva, big dip today, maybe a dip buy tomorrow. I actually agree with you on this one. I saw this one was the biggest loser today on the market. down 64%. It's going to be interesting to see where the sellers are. Are there still some losers in here that need to get out? The stock was already losing its ass for quite a while, but if buyers are in full control in the morning, I can very well see, a good 7 to 10 cents probably can come back into this tomorrow. Stock lost 25%. 25 cents today on AKER Biosciences. Look, it is what it is, man. They're selling they sold a huge amount of their own shares just to raise working capital. The company's broke. The company's broke. But, they're giving you a discount here. AKER. I think it's one to watch tomorrow. Definitely one to watch tomorrow. INPX. Yeah, here's another one. INPX, I would have loved if INPX went a little lower. Look, 34 is still oversold. Well, technically it's still oversold. Some guys say anything below 40. Personally, I love sub 30. Because it's a lot more certainty in terms of getting other guys to want to buy in on the possibility of it being a dip buy opportunity, especially if there's real value there in the company. But at 34, it's look, you had a good day today. On INPX, up 5.8% today to 22 cents. We'll see if it can carry over. Yeah, Eric, we just got done talking about BW. Incredible stock, BW. Stock that, again, if I actually stuck to the way I mentally want to trade, and again, that's kind of goes back into the Buddhism thing. If I had the discipline, when I was talking about this stock at 187, I'd still be in it. During the day, I'm, when your stock isn't doing anything, and a lot of people think trading at home, it's some kind of overly exciting kind of thing. It's not. A lot of times you're bored. I'm working on my other websites, looking for stocks to promote, shit like that. And I'm reading a lot of stuff, and everybody's saying the same thing. Stay in your stocks, be disciplined, ignore the daily volume. And that's what, if I would have done on BW, that would have been an incredible gain right now that I'd be sitting on. SRSP, I don't know much about this stock. As you can see here, doesn't have necessarily a really great 2017. I wouldn't be looking at anything like this. Very ugly looking chart, man. Tell me a little bit about it. Who brought that up? SRSP. SC Trucker. What do you like about this one, man? Very rough looking chart. DNAD. Yeah, DNAD was an interesting one. This came up today because the company announced, which is, by the way, they're typically a biotech company, but they came out and said that they bought a Bitcoin ATM patent. So, obviously anything Bitcoin is going to go nuts, up 358% today. OTC has just been incredibly hot. 904, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, this is Ray calling back. I was wondering what you thought of GBTC.
GBTC? All right, so Andrew Leff continues to come out and talk about how this much is a fraud and whatnot, but he's come out to be a real loser on this. He came out and called it a fraud back in the 370s, 380s. Now the stock is at 3,000, and
because last week I was looking at it. I was trying to get it. Well, I was thinking about getting in last week. It was at like 1,600, and now, man, it's doubled in a week.
It doesn't have the greatest volume in the world, but if you also notice, the bid and ask during the day is kind of wide, right, for a stock. It's not necessarily the tightest in the world when you're looking at GBTC, but it's running away from the crowd now. It's pulled back a little bit today, but it's running away,
which is a good thing for tomorrow.
We'll see what it can do.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking into getting them all, and I did a little bit of Litecoin, and there's one other. Hold on, it was AR. Well, let me see where
Let
it
me
is.
ask you
Hold
something,
on,
man.
bear.
What do you like about
Yeah.
GBTC as like? Do you see it as a replacement for buying an entire Bitcoin?
Yes,
Okay,
it's a substitute Bitcoin for me.
okay, okay.
Well, an affordable Bitcoin.
Sure,
Sorry.
sure.
And this one, it was ARKW, because I'm looking into mining also.
Okay.
So I mean, there's several, and every once in a while, I know it's kind of up and down, nice volume though, but it's BTSC.
Yeah.
So because for those, I guess, who can't afford Bitcoin, there's going to have to be other revenues. But I need to get your website again when you get a chance. But
Sure.
before that, I was of course looking into mining and looking into alternate, cryptocurrency. So, but brother, I appreciate what you've been doing, man, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the call, bro.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so shout out to him. Look, man. I mean, obviously, yeah. If you look, anybody who got into, GBTC, against what, Alex Left was talking about, Andrew Left. Excuse me, I keep calling Alex. Andrew Left. You're a huge winner, man. You're a huge winner. And that's the sentiment that I'm getting when I ask guys, why are you buying GBTC? They said because I can't afford a whole Bitcoin. I see this as an opportunity to have a whole Bitcoin when I buy one share of this. That's the way they're seeing this, and that's why when people are saying, "Wow, it keeps going up," because that's the sentiment. I wanted you guys to hear. That's the sentiment buyers have of GBTC. So, when you call GBTC a scam, I mean, it's as if you're calling Bitcoin a scam. And anybody who's buying cryptocurrency will refute that in a heartbeat. And that's the same kind of, sentiment that we're looking at GBTC. Yeah. So when he talked about miners, he didn't mention MGTI, but if you're looking at a great miner, man, MGTI is got to be it. By, in comparison to all the other companies that are mentioning the fact that they're a miner, MGTI is already doing it, and already doing it at a pretty massive scale. It's pretty overbought now at 90 on the RSI, right? So I would wait for a pullback here. Are you going to get an opportunity to get in back at 5 or, low 4s? I can't guarantee that, but I know you're going to get a discount here any day now. Could be as soon as tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there on MGTI. Yeah. Appreciate that, Pat. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you there, relative. All right. Let's look at IO. Ion Geophysical. Don't know much of what's going on with this one. I want to bring up one other stock that I'm watching. NAK. Inside this tax bill that nobody's really is kind of talking about, inside this tax bill is that Alaskan wilderness protection. It's basically the removal of the protection of that Alaskan wilderness that NAK is trying to build into. Do some digging on that. Just don't take my word for it. Do some digging on that. But NAK, for those of you guys who know, NAK has been being held up about some, federal lands that unfortunately they can't have access to. In this tax bill, not only are you getting away with Obamacare, but you're also getting away again with those federal protections over that land. So NAK is kind of the sleeper here. Nobody's really kind of talking about. I'm surprised we're not seeing buying into this momentum that's building up for the approval of the tax bill. I have a feeling is because too many people don't know about that, but you know about it and I know about it. So just keep NAK on your radar because they could be a huge winner here once that goes through and they go ahead and put that out there because they're being quiet about it as well. They're being quiet about it as well. All right. What else is out here? DCIX. DCIX. 1.5% DCIX. Yeah, what a change in momentum, right? I mean, what a change in momentum in DCIX. It just is what it is, man. I mean, that's shipping for you, right? That's just shipping for you. Yeah, that's just shipping for you. 251, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Sam?
Hey, Anthony, what's going on, man? I just got done talking about your favorite stock, bro.
Yeah, I was sitting here listening,
Yeah.
and I was saying that you're right about what you're saying, but I'm like this: the white folks tap everything else here, let them tap Alaska. Shit, I benefit from.
Yeah, I mean, look, NAK is do I like what they're trying to do up there? Hell no. I mean, what they're talking about is endangering one of the last great, lands in terms of federal protections, right? I mean, in terms of skiing and fishing, and they got some like rare fish out there that it's not available anywhere else in the world. So I don't like it personally, but I mean, capital controls our government, and it is what it is, man. Unfortunately, do I like it? No, but I just kind of have to put that information out because that's just what I got to do.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that what they talking about mining at, and what a lot of people don't know, it's some miles away from that water, from that the water, that lake and stuff that they're talking about up there in Alaska. Mm-hmm. And people just think they're just they're just gonna dump everything after they finish mining into the creeks and rivers and lakes and stuff up there. Mm-hmm. But they miles away from that place because the CEO, I think, he came on like it was something like a couple of months ago. I want to say, and he was talking about that very same thing that they're giving them such a hard time about it, but what they're not telling what the media is not telling that they're not like right there by the lakes and rivers and streams and stuff where runoff may go. They're not telling that. They're making it seem like, oh, it's worse than what it is. They don't need to be doing that. Blase. But at the same time,
yeah.
I don't want to see nothing tore up and destroyed. But hell, white folks been tearing up America and the world for years. Shit, what the fuck? One more little place, tear it up here.
Well, yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, that it's not close, but the way pollution works, it's a trickle down effect. So something could be happening out there, but around that area, certain trees or plants don't get what they need. They start dying. The vegetation there gets poisoned. An animal eats the vegetation, goes somewhere else, shits in this river. Then all of a sudden organisms from that shit goes into the water, and so it's a trickle down effect when you talk about the environment and things that work that way. So, but yeah, I look, I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying, but all we can do is
you go back. If that's the case, you go back to Deepwater Horizon. Hell, everybody on the Gulf Coast gonna have some type of cancer or bullshit from either where the oil leaked in the ocean, or where they put the toxins in there to break down the oil in the water.
Yeah.
So either way it go, all the shit is killing everything and everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to make your show into a political thing or this, that, and other, but I say that here, I say they're gonna do what they're gonna do. I mean, who can you stop it? Really and truly, you got the 45th in there. He doing what the hell he want to do, and he think there's no consequences to it, and global warming and all this shit. So, I mean, let me make my money. I'm a poor black man. Shit, let me make my money. Let me become a millionaire or a billionaire.
There it is, man.
Maybe things can change that way. But anyway, let's call the show, man.
I hear you, Anthony.
Just keep it upstairs, man.
Yes, indeed. Hey, by the way, Anthony, how's your business going, bro?
Business going good, man. I'm finna get ready to retire in February. Okay. I'm going to hit it. I'm hitting everything full strength in.
Now,
I
are
get
you
more
selling your
time in.
business? Now, are you selling your business, or are you just closing shop?
No. Actually, I'm retiring from the city of Mobile. I work for the city of Mobile.
Okay.
So I done did my 25. So I'm getting the hell out of there. And
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm working for myself full time.
There it is, man. There it is. Appreciate it,
Yeah.
Anthony. And by the way, because I know you had your own business. Are you going to be affected by this tax plan in any kind of way?
You know, I think it's a percentage, so much that you got to be making to do it. I'm like a small business.
Okay.
Not this.
Okay.
You know.
I got you.
Big time billionaire.
I got you, man. I appreciate it, though. Thank you so much for the call, Anthony.
All right, sir.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. If I got any business owners watching, I'm curious to know if it's going to affect you, and do you know how much it's going to affect you, and are you going to be reinvesting? I'm just kind of curious. Are any small business owners in here? Because I know I got some people in here who got some cash and who got some private businesses. And are you going to be taking that money and reinvesting it in your business, or are you going to be buying more stock? Are you going to be buying more stock, which is what I suspect you're going to be doing, and which people who aren't necessarily not favorable to this bill suspect you're going to be doing. That you're going to use it to buy more stock. You're going to use it to buy more stock. Just curious. All right, let's get back to these tickers here. What else do we got here to watch? No, we're going through them fast. Here. Let me get my, thought I had my equity feed out. Hold on. Let me see. 1 second. There we go. Alright, what else you guys looking at right now? CRME. Somebody bringing up CRME. Cardio Pharma. Canadian play. Based out of Canada. It's a Canadian stock, Gerardo? Or I have it wrong. Yeah, it's a Canadian stock. Trading on the NASDAQ. So, Canadian stock trading on the NASDAQ, though. Looking at the chart, I don't see anything, but I definitely do see where it makes sense. Possibly very little downside, right? I mean, it's kind of flagging there a little bit. Trying to do something here, but not much action for 20. Not much action since August, right? I mean, it looks like it's been very bearish. Now it's found some kind of floor there in the 130s. And you're recovering from a very, very ugly summer. I mean, this is a $4.80 stock. Lost well over 90% of its value now at $1.49. BitConnect, but look, BitConnect is going to hold when that BitConnect shit falls apart, bro. It's going to hurt the market hard, man. It's going to hurt the market real hard. But look, Bitcoin is still going higher, and BitConnect was really smart because the fact that you have to give them Bitcoin and to get their worthless coin, that's really keeping the prop going, right? That's really keeping the prop going because as the value of Bitcoin rises, they can afford to keep, taking care of the people who are the early adopters, using the new money to pay off early adopters. And as long as the crypto starts going higher, keeps going higher, that fraud can keep going, right? Where BitConnect is going to fall apart is when Bitcoin gets that real pullback, man. I mean, I'm talking all the way back to 9,500. When that happens, that's when BitConnect falls apart. CFIS. CFIS, very interesting on this one because if you guys remember, CIFS was running when all the Chinese stocks were, for whatever reason, that about 3 or 4 days, everything Chinese was hot. Everything Chinese was hot. And Bitcoin and CIFS was probably the ultimate Chinese stock to trade at that time. Incredible gains, and look, what goes up must come down, and that's exactly what's happening right now with CIFS. All right, tight float, by the way, though, tight float. Joe Silva said Bitcoin could go to 50,000. Absolutely, and that's what is going to keep it going. That's what's going to keep it going. As long as Bitcoin continues to go higher, and you have to give BitConnect Bitcoin to get their worthless coin, they've got the money to continue to pay. But look, you got guys who are in BitConnect that are making a killing, man. If you got into BitConnect early and you've been making your little loans, recruiting people, you're making your check, bro. You're making your check. I'm not mad at you. Get your money. But when I see people talking about they're trying to make a life around it, hey, I'm going to quit my job and just do BitConnect, I think you're setting yourself up. Long term, I think it's very, very dangerous. Short term, hey, man, you're loving the checks. Just make sure you're saving them. PHOT, Grow Life, PHOT, Grow Life. This is a marijuana stock. PHOT. As you can see here, we finally got some volatility coming in here, some actual real volume. As you can see, I don't know what the fuck the stock was doing here. Light volume, had weird, but now you're getting real volume in here. You're actually starting to get a real chart being created here, up 25% on today's move on PHOT. Marijuana stock, be careful with it. Oh, yes, absolutely, Joe. Absolutely. Is Ripple a good long-term investment? Absolutely. I would go long Ripple. I like Ripple. In fact, that's what we got done talking about earlier. We thought Ripple was going to be the next coin to get onto Coinbase, not Bitcoin Cash. And I think they did a little bit of disservice by bringing in Bitcoin Cash, because now people are looking at it like, what the hell is Bitcoin Cash, right? And you're on Coinbase because this is your first time probably buying cryptocurrency. All you know is Bitcoin. Now you see this Bitcoin Cash thing, it kind of throws you for a loop. So I don't know really what the thought process there was, but I would have loved to have seen Ripple on Coinbase, instead of Bitcoin Cash. All right, because now I think you're going to start an unnecessary debate, in my opinion. VPOR. Vapor Group. This is another marijuana stock, up 40% today, 0028. 0028 on Vapor Group. Every time I pull up Vapor Group, I think about the other stock that it competes with, which is MCIG, MSIG. MSIG was up today too. MSIG's got better share structure than the other stock we brought up, but in Vapor, VPOR, but I like MSIG better. But VPOR did a really good day today, man. He actually gapped up today on that. Ran to as high as 0.0033 before settling at 0.0028. Stock is up since 1207. The stock is up over 230% since 1207. VPOR. So it looks like as you can see here with the volume, you got some increased volume coming in there on VPOR. So people are enjoying that. Yeah, I see it did have some news today too. Oh, come on. Are you serious? They're going into cryptocurrency business too? Vapor Group enters cryptocurrency market with purchase of 25 L3 Antminer machines to begin cryptocurrency mining the first week of January. God. So what happens to the marijuana business? What happens to the marijuana business, man? This is crazy, man.
Hadouken!
You know, I mean, it's like, what's the point? You know? Oh my God. Weed coins. I mean, okay, all right. They're going into cryptocurrency. It is what it is, man. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. Let me get that Hadouken. Yeah, I gave him that Hadouken. Get the hell up out of here with that bullshit. But, hey, look, the stock will run on it. It's at 0028, right? The stock will run on it. More news will come out on it. So, you know, look, when this pulls back, I'd grab some. When this pulls back, because you're going to have more news come out on this. 904, you're on the air. What's up?
Yeah, this is Ray calling back. I was just wondering about Ripple. Does it have a symbol, or is it coming to stocks, or what?
Well, Ripple is a cryptocurrency. It's XRP. You can look it up on CoinMarketCap, XRP. And,
well, so particularly, do you have to have a wallet to get that? Because I looked on I look for the symbol, you know, to see if I can purchase a stock of it, but I was just I kind of came up empty.
Well, it's not a stock. It's a cryptocurrency. I don't know of any stock that you know, that specifically has came out and said they're going to do, you know, Ripple only.
Okay.
But, you know, but I have a feeling that many of these cryptocurrency stocks will have, obviously, you know, some ability to buy Ripple or mine Ripple if it's a stock, if it's a crypto that's mined.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, so I mean, is it as of right now worth, you know, going through the process of getting a wallet, or just staying in stocks, or doing both? I mean,
oh, absolutely, you want to do both. I mean, you know, guys, you know, you do both. You know, modern portfolio theory says for you to diversify. So obviously, diversify your money, right? I mean, you want to be in crypto space how you can, and you want to be in stocks how you can. Get yourself a wallet, right? Because you don't want to be having your I know the word broker isn't the right word for cryptocurrency market, but your market or marketer or whatever that's called, I'd say broker, to hold your coins, right? You want to have your own wallet to be able to hold your own coins.
Okay.
But go ahead.
And is there any word about the coins actually coming out, or where you can physically obtain them, or you know, how does that work?
Yeah, I don't know of anybody physically obtaining any Ripple coins.
I'm just saying coins in general, like the Bitcoin, or just any cryptocurrency.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get a physical form of those. No, I mean they're digital currency. They're supposed to be, you know, not necessarily ones that you will physically be able to have to lug around.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
that makes sense.
Right. So, but yeah, man, you can do all your research on when it comes to cryptocurrency at CoinMarketCap.com. You can see them all listed there. All the popular ones, the top 100, how well they're doing, markets, where to buy them. But when it comes to cryptocurrency stocks, I'm your man for that.
Okay, and I got one more question regarding, you know, regulations and whatnot, because I think that's the biggest issue that people might have, you know, actually buying in. I'm already bought in, and so I'm about to get pretty grimy tomorrow, you know, in some of these stocks. But when it comes to regulations and, you know, the government, if they're going to start coming up with a coin or whatnot, and so we're like, what am I trying to say here? When it comes to regulations, you know, what is there anything in the near future, or how are they going to be able to, you know, slap the hand of a cryptocurrency that is infringing on people, or, you know, using and abusing this new era of currency?
Well, I mean, there's nothing they can do about it. There's absolutely nothing they can do about it. But I mean, we live in America. What they will do is they'll go after the U.S.-based brokers that give you access to cryptocurrency. So they can't shut down the blockchain itself, but the people who are providing you with the service, they can freeze their assets right now. I mean, the federal government can come out and freeze Coinbase's assets. They can take over the website, like they do with the guys at Pirate Bay and many of those. They can just take it over whenever they want. So, and their biggest thing that I can say that can come over right now is this tax evasion. Right now, nobody's, for the most part, paying any taxes when we're talking about cryptocurrency, right? You guys got guys making 200, 300% on their money. Nobody's keeping track on the taxes that need to be paid on that money. Unlike on stocks, right? Every year your broker mails you and says, hey, this is the estimated taxes you need to be paying on what you did this year. There's nobody doing that on the crypto side. So that's the excuse that the government could use. But right now, they're not doing it, and I think, just enjoy it while you can. All right.
Okay. Well, again, I appreciate it again, and you guys have a good night. Thanks, individuals in the comment section.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot, bro.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. I mean, that's the only thing that I think that they have leverage on coming into really putting their foot down is tax evasion. There's a lot of money that the federal government is missing out on because guys aren't having to pay any taxes on their gains. Having to pay any taxes on their gains. So let's keep it going. But all right, so here we have VPOR. I'm going to have to add it to my list. VPOR is now a Bitcoin stock. That's news to me. I missed that one. I'm going to have to add that on my website. Again, my website, advancedequityresearch.com. Advancedequityresearch.com. By the way, I gave a $50 price target. It's a low volume stock, LFIN Energy. Those of you guys who don't remember LFIN Energy, they went bankrupt earlier in the year. This used to be a $125 New York Stock Exchange energy company, went bankrupt, wiped out shareholders, came out, beautiful balance sheet. I put a $50 price target on them based on the fact that they have very little to no debt, nice cash position right now, and the fact that they are paying incredibly high tax rate now with this tax bill. If it gets approved, easily $50. They also have a share buyback program, which they raised another 3 million shares to be bought back by the company. With this tax plan, I think this goes incredibly higher. But again, low volume, not necessarily one you want to get in if you're a day trader. This is just for guys who just need some money sitting around. I think look at the balance sheet, look at the story behind it, and I think you'll agree with me there. All right, let's keep it going. Let me see here. Some ETFs, bots. If you guys remember, we were calling this our little Watson. Our Watson ETF pulling back as technology starts to kind of take a toll as investors run to look for volume. There's Watson. By the way, ETF's doing really good. We saw the transportation ETF doing really well. SPY pulled back a little bit today, but overall had a solid week. If we go on the three times leveraged ETFs, we're still seeing that doing red day today, but overall it had been an incredible week for the 3 times leveraged ETF. Pulled back about a week and a half ago, but as you can see here, in hindsight, that was a buying opportunity. 127 at the pullback, now at 144. Incredible move on that stock as well. Especially if you played on the option side. If you played on the option side, this is one I've been watching, looking at the 156. Got it on the 156 calls. On that pullback, you just had to buy it. You just had to buy it. No matter, I don't care what, just buy it. If it pulls back, buy. Buy. Look for the 156. Got into 156. Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful day. All right. What else? Been holding. Joe, you said you're holding 150,000 shares of VPOR for 2 years? Shit. Well, I mean, look, there's going to be more news to come out on this, right? They're not going to sit on that kind of news. They're going to play it. Obviously, we saw some enforcement coming in today on CRCW, which was a little bit blatant, right? I mean, this was almost like a blatant situation where the SEC just kind of had to come on them, CRCW. But But the other ones aren't. I don't see them being that much of a risk. If there's one other crypto stock that I can say the SEC might put their foot down on, it's probably going to be BITCF. BITCF, for the most part, has literally no Bitcoin operations to speak of. I haven't seen it in the filings. I haven't seen of any in the filings. Now, if that changes, let me know. But last I checked, they didn't have anything. They didn't really have anything. Let me see here. BITCF. Oh, hold on. Do I have that confused? I don't know. I think I might have that because, hold on. I think I may have this confused with the BL. What's that one? BLCK something? Because which one is the one that actually has the exchange? I think it might actually be BITCF. Don't they have like a phony exchange or something like that where you can't actually buy anything? Let me see here. Yeah, it is BITCF. Yeah, it is BITCF. Yeah, BITCF is the one. If the SEC comes down on it in one stock, it's going to be BITCF. If they come down on something else, it's going to be them. Everybody press like on this video. I had like 120 people in here. That's what's up. CCTL, yeah, CCTL, that Coin Citadel. Coin Citadel, I mean, that's been shocking to see that move too, right? It was a 000 stock. You had guys come in, hold some shares, and it is where it is now. I mean, CCTL, that was one that was also on my website as well. Incredible, right? Look at all the volume coming in. You got guys buying and holding shares. And that's another stock that was, 000, what was that, 0002? Yeah, 0002 back on November 22nd. You were at 0002. And now you're at 0013 for a 550% gain on your money. So, that's how triples work, right? I mean, when they do work in your favor, it's big money coming out of those 000 stocks when guys get in, they hold their position, and more volume comes in, and you work your way out of those 000s. And, you're up 550% over the last 2 weeks in CCTL. Nice move. Nice move. CNXS. We talked about that earlier, Bitcoin, the Mike Tyson Bitcoin. If there's another stock that can have a similar move like that, is CNXS. But guys, again, have to go in and have to hold, right? That float is probably really huge. So guys are going to have to go in, $500, $1,000 and load up and hold those, and hold those. And then as volume comes in, it can be able to work its way out. And maybe that could be a 550% gainer for somebody in this chat room. But you're gonna have to be willing to take that risk. Are you willing to sit on CNXS for another week and a half with $500 or $1,000 in that? That's a risk, right? That's a risk. But that's why we're here. So yeah, it can very well take off. Very well take off. Grow Condos. Grow Condos is a marijuana play. Is a marijuana stock. GRWC. I don't know too much about it. I don't know why they haven't changed their name yet. Because they were at first a real estate company. So I don't know why they're still going as Grow Condos. But they still are. But it's a marijuana play. Up 11% today. Looks like you've had a really nice November as well as solid December in the stock. But GRWC is another stock that started running at around 130, 0.013, 0.014. Now you're at 9 cents a share, so you're up over 800% in GRWC over the last 60 days. About 700, 800% in that. Nice move. That's penny stocks. Is GBTC a crypto stock on the NASDAQ? Well, GBTC is on the OTC markets. And basically they came out and they said that they were a fund that tracks Bitcoin. And a lot of guys, as we had a guy on the show earlier, he agreed with it. He literally said that's what it is to him. That's what it is to him. All right. So again, guys, Bitcoin Mania is here. Bitcoin Mania is here. Be very careful where you're going in on these prices. Bitcoin is pulling back. We're going to see a pullback in some of these coin stocks. But at the end of the day, we know Bitcoin 20,000 is not only going to actually, it's not happening now, but it will happen. So this is going to be a great opportunity when these stocks pull back and guys start to leave and blah, blah, blah. You can get some really great stocks that had really great volatility during the run for really dirt cheap over the next couple days. I think I really foresee that, especially if we still have BTC. Let's see, where are we at right now? We're at, so we're actually working our way back up. If you guys saw, that was a pretty ugly. We pulled back all the way down almost to 13 today. But I knew that wasn't gonna last. As you saw here, I knew that wasn't gonna last. At 17, But again, I already have my favorites. My favorites: BTCS. BTCS, if that pulls back anywhere near the low teens, I'm all over it, right? I'm all over it. Those of you guys who love options, if you're following me on Twitter, OTC3000, you should do that. I was all over the VIX sub 950 VIX. Now we're at 1003 on the VIX. I still think the VIX is relatively cheap, but I think you're going to be able to come back into the low nines again. But yeah, I mean, going back to Bitcoin, BTCS, what are the other ones that are my favorites? I love sticking on the OTC side because I feel like the NASDAQ side, they're about to lay the hammer on a lot of those NASDAQ side. PTOP, again, right? Look, most of them have very trivial businesses, but again, I love the fact that these stocks I'm talking about, they've got really great share structure, still relatively cheap, and guys who love OTC stocks, they love cheap stocks. PURO is another one, right? PURO, that's another one that I think that's getting started really early. VPOR, now that people have brought that to my attention, I think VPOR is easily a stock that we can see here at 0060, 0070, still really, really dirt cheap, right? And yeah, we'll see. What else are we looking at? Using Changely. BVTK. Let's look at BVTK. Brave Tech, has been a minute since we've looked up Brave Tech. I haven't seen Brave Tech in a while. Let's go back to the daily chart. See where daily chart is. 200 moving average. Is that the 200? Damn, 200 really collapses this. Okay. Yeah, we're still below the 200 moving average on BVTK. I mean, you broke below it on the first, and I don't know. I'm just not excited about, a stock that's been around a long time that's still kind of struggling, right? So, if I want to see this stock run again, I want to see it above the 200 moving average. As you can see here, quite a bit of capital comes into the stock when you're above the 200 moving average. Until then, as you can see here, it's not very fun. It's not a very fun chart to trade below then. You can't even zoom out past those levels. But the 200 moving average has historically been a really great buy signal for the stock. So until it goes back above that, I'm not interested. And that's just me. All right. And that's because it's not a Bitcoin stock. It's not moving on any kind of real excitement or exuberance, you got to really trade this like people, are going to want a reason to come in here. All right. We talked about CCTL. That's another one of those Bitcoin affiliated stocks. And, 000 stock, very much like the Mike Tyson Bitcoin CNXS. Can CNXS be the next CCTL? Who knows? But CCTL is up 550% in a week and a half. That's real cash. You can see here the volume that came in. So you just had to have balls of steel to buy here in November, buy here in October, and a week and a half ago or so, back here on the 20th or the 13th. So you just had to have the feeling like it was coming, and it arrived. Here's the volume. Voila. Now that's where you cash out at, right? You sell to these guys. And you walk away with a nice profit. Yeah, Rocky Mountain High brands. We had somebody bring it up. I know I didn't take a good look at Rocky Mountain High brands, but yeah, I mean, the stock was very bearish. You're up now. Let's see if it confirms with day two. Are the sellers really gone? It's like you've been fooled a couple times in the stock, right? You could have got in here, but are the sellers really gone? We'll see. Yeah. All right, but I'm trying to figure out what do we got right now. Do we have any? Let me see here. Yeah, and again, just to wrap up real quick, if we talked about AKER earlier in the show, AKER oversold, right? Lost 64% of its value today. I think that's a dip buying opportunity. 813, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? It's a Don Leather again.
Hey, what's up with you, man?
Chilling, man. I just want to go through a little list that I got.
Okay.
See what you think about it.
Let's see.
Yeah, one of them is SNIPF. I'm looking at that stock there. I don't know much about it. I just jumped in it because I seen it had jumped yesterday, a big percent.
Mm-hmm.
So I jumped in it today. I made me a little profit on it. I'm gonna jump out of it tomorrow. Just to jump out of it, I jumped in at 8.5, and it's still up.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of my things on my list. I got a heck of a list, man. I got 11 of them that did over 40-some% today.
All right, give me your top five. Give me your top five right now. I don't know too much about this one, but see, it's an OTCQB stock. Looks like verified too. Looks like they're setting up nice. So we'll see where this goes at 10 cents a share right now. A very unusual
and another
volume for this. But
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's one we'll watch. We'll watch this one.
Yeah, and then another one is EPCUF. That one I don't really. It just jumped so freaking high that I was watching it, but it didn't really do nothing today. I don't know if they stopped it or anything, but this one just jumped like freaking like stupid high yesterday.
Yeah,
the chart looks.
Yeah, this was just kind of one of those random kind of purchases where somebody go in there and buy some. But yeah, too low volume, as you can see here, not much of a chart. So I wouldn't care too much on this one until you start seeing some real volume here.
Okay, what about this one? EPAZ.
Yeah, EPAZ. Yeah, EPAZ is this is a stock that's had its runs before. It's been some time since EPAZ has kind of done its thing. It was very dormant for the most part. As you can see here, very lightly traded. I don't know what's going on, who's promoting it lately, but it's
obviously no news on it.
Yeah, it's being promoted. It's being promoted right now. It's kind of one of those pump and dump kind of plays. But they came out and said they're a cryptocurrency stock. So, you know, it's just the sign of the times, man. It's the sign of the times. So their cryptocurrency blockchain stock, supposedly with a mobile app or a mobile app in development, and
Right.
it's going to be one of those things that's going to help you take bitcoins at the point of sale. So take it as you will. Read the financials. Do your DD. They don't much have cash, but it can very well go higher because it looks like they have gone ahead and did some things with the float, and it's moving a lot better recently.
Yeah, yeah. Because I made a little money in that one too. I'm in that. Well, I think you already did BTCS. I made money in that one there too. I got that at like 10 cents.
Yeah.
And it jumped like yesterday. Another one I'm looking at is SRSP. That did like 200% today. And I'm just looking at it, you know what I'm saying? I do my trading a little different than other people. I mean, I know you are big on doing your due diligence, but you know, like I said, I work. So a lot of times I got the scanner set up with two different scanners, and a lot of times I just go off of what my scanner says.
Yeah. What's that? What's that ticker? The SR what?
Oh, SRSP.
SRSP. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you see that? It did a little something today.
Yeah, well,
I'm thinking about
SRSP. Am I looking at the right one? The Sirius Petroleum?
Yeah, it had this at 17 cents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're in the wrong one. You got to be on the wrong one if it's not 17 cents.
Yeah, SRSP. Oh, okay, Sports Supplement. Okay, all right, Sports Supplement Group. Okay. All right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that one and the last one. Like I said, I got like 2, 4. I got 6 of them that's over 100% that I'm checking. I'm gonna do my due diligence tonight and probably go to sleep by the 1 o'clock in the morning and read up on these. But I got another one that's like GRYO. That did 100 and something % today too.
Yeah.
And yeah. See, I don't have any really good information to give you about these companies except for I just check my scanners when I come home, and then I look through my stuff then, and I make my trades like right before I go to work.
Mm-hmm.
I jump in like 8, you know what I'm saying, 9 o'clock. I do what you know what I'm saying. I put my alerts and stuff on.
Yeah.
Make my trades, and then by 10:30, 11 o'clock, I go take a break, and then I sit in the bathroom and I, you know what I'm saying, jump out of whatever I can jump out of.
Yeah.
Make me about $20, $50, $100, and then jump out of it.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's cool what you're doing. I mean, because a lot of these stocks, as you can see here, they're being promoted and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, if that's a strategy that's working for you, then keep doing it. I mean, obviously, trading is about finding what your niche is, and once you find that niche, you find a trading method that works for you, and just kind of continue doing it over and over and over again. So if that's working for you, then stick with it. GRYO.
Yeah, it is.
We'll keep track of this. This is a nice little play here, up 172%. Decent volume, 2.9 million. We'll see if it can continue to hold that. And I see a lot of your stocks are one-off, but I mean, yeah, if they have second days, I mean, they can continue to go higher and bring in more money. So we'll see what happens.
And yeah, that's usually what I do. I wait for that second day. I see it on the scanner the first day. Like I said, I jump in on the second day and jump my ass right back out real quick on the second day. Check one more out for me. Max D. What you think about this one?
Yeah,
MAXD.
Yeah, Max D is an old play, man. Max D has been around since maybe 2010, 2011. I mean, Max D is a company that came out and they basically said that they have a product that can create real high definition sound. They basically are saying that every the sound that you hear on your iPhone or whatever it is phone you use is not pure HD, and they have software that can create pure HD. Now, they haven't been able to get anyone of any significance to license their product, but it's a stock that gets regularly pumped here and there, and but it can definitely do some things when they got put some money behind their pumps. I mean, you can go back into the chart and you can see sometimes Max HD has put on some stupid numbers when they put some money behind behind their advertising promotions. So we'll, it's something you can watch and see what happens, but just know that they've been around and that story's been around as well too.
Yeah, that's true. Well, hey, matter of fact, let me give you two more, and I'm gonna get off the phone with you.
All right.
I'm gonna let you go right to your show. Got two more. One that I jumped in this one and jumped right out. I got scared. It's RCGR. It did 11% today. It didn't do too much, but this one, I jumped in at freaking 10 cents the other day, and I said if it go down to 8 cents, I'm gonna jump out. It went down to 8 cents. I jumped out, then jumped all the way up to freaking like 40-something cents. And I was so pissed off, man. No, it's 70 cents, I think. Yeah, you got the screen up. Yeah, it went up to like 70-something cents, and I jumped out at 8 cents on that same day. Man, I was so pissed off, man. I threw my phone, man. It jumped pissed me off, but it's something to watch.
The volume came in. It looks like you're declining now. It's kind of losing steam. But, yeah, this is another one that's got very low flow. Looks like it's only got about 2 million shares out there, 2.5 million shares out there. So it was able to get those numbers up. I mean, this is a stock that took off from 7 cents to as high as $1. Wow, that's quite a move.
Yeah.
Over that
it
day.
Was.
But yeah, volume's kind of pulling back now, so you could get trapped in here. So I don't know if you said you're all the way out though now, right?
No, I'm all the way out. I'm just mad that I jumped out when I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, well that's going to happen. But I would continue to watch this one though, because I mean, this kind of reminds me of a stock, called PUPS, and very similar play. PUPS had very similar play, ran out of nowhere, stock sold off, and everybody kind of started forgetting about it, and all of a sudden it started running again. So just know that sometimes, even though volume can decline, you may have a second wind that can kind of come out of nowhere. So it could be one you can just continue to follow and keep an eye on.
Right, so that leads me to this last one here. This one I think is going to be a buying opportunity for some people because it's a cryptocurrency. It's called DIGAF. It was down. I've been watching it since it was 9 cents, and I never got into it for some reason. But it went from like 9 cents and it's like 75 freaking cents now. And I don't know much about the company, but I've been watching it, and as you see the chart, I think it's about to pull back. And it'll be a good buying opportunity if it get down to probably about 30 cents again, because it held at 20.
I actually agree with you on DIGAF because I get this one confused a lot with BITCF. DIGAF is the one that actually has a cryptocurrency business underneath it. I mean, they actually have a trading platform where you could use to buy cryptocurrency. So it's a real business. This is a real business. There's a real business underneath DIGAF, unlike BITCF, which is another Bitcoin stock I get it confused with. But yeah, this could very well go further. I agree with you on that stock. If this pulls back a little bit, I'd love to see it a little bit cheaper, right? If I could get my hands on some sub 60, sub 50s, I'd love that. Because there was a lot of meat put on this on yesterday's move, and it's been hanging up above that pretty well. But I'd love to see some sub 60s, some 50s on this one. And I think it could go higher as well, too. Yeah, there's a real business underneath here.
Yeah, I believe it's going to go higher, too. So can you tell me this? What happened to BITCF? Because it went up. It's starting to go up again, and I tried to get into it, but you said it's not a good stock. I tried to get into it and wouldn't let me get into it. Is it because they stopped Bitcoin today that you can't get into it?
Oh no. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you probably just didn't have. There was probably just not not an ask where you were trying to bid in at. So, but no, I mean, you can still buy BITCF tomorrow if you get an order that gets filled. But nobody's stopping you from getting that. I don't like it personally because I think out of all the Bitcoin stocks out there, this is the one that. You already got the skull and crossbones on OTC markets. You already have regulators with a lot of reason to look at this and be like, you know what, we're going to hold this one. So I think there are better plays in the Bitcoin stock space that you can look at. I wouldn't look at it. There's just so many other better plays out there right now that you can get in that are still moving higher.
That's true. So do you know why they stopped Bitcoin today? I heard I seen a headline, but I haven't been able to read anything yet. I'm probably gonna read something tonight. They said they stopped Bitcoin until January 3rd.
Well, no, they stopped CRCW. CRCW was a company called It's called Crypto Co. or Crypto Company, and CRCW, the SEC froze or halted that stock from trading until January 3rd. I believe it's actually 2nd, but let's go with 3rd, because the company really has no underlying business, and because the stock had gotten from $5 to $575 with less than 9,000 shares traded over the last week and a half. So that's an incredible gain that, the SEC is going to step in and say, hey, hold on, we're stepping in here because this is kind of getting out of hand here. Let us know why is it that your stock has gone, 11,400% in 9 days. I mean, you got to explain that. So
that's incredible.
That's absolutely incredible. My only thing is the guys who are up that big, they, unfortunately, they'll never get the opportunity to see it. So it is what it is.
I'm glad when I can trade at $5 a share.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, man. Appreciate you, man. Y'all hit them like buttons for this guy. Y'all keep watching the show, man.
Yes, indeed.
Anyways, man, stay safe. I'm going to hit you up another time, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, bro.
All right. Later.
Yes, indeed, man. Brother called up with some good tickers. I like that. Yeah, Bitcoin dropped to 14. Yeah, Bitcoin dropped to 14. But you see that 14 was snatched up real quick, though. That 14 got snatched up real quick. And the smart money who bought in at those levels, they're up nicely now. He said TDM. Yeah, because they got the skull and crossbones, Dayon Jackson. Once the stock, if you go on OTC markets, once the stock has got the skull and crossbones, most of your reputable brokers will not allow you to buy the stock. Now, you still have, your interactive brokers, your E-Trades may let you still. TD, they follow the rules, and they won't allow you to buy. But yeah, I think BITCF is the next one to get the hold. Yeah, that's how it starts. They get you the skull and crossbones, and then you get halted. And sometimes they don't give you any warning at all. They just, your shit freezes, and that's it. Next thing you know, your money is trapped for anywhere from 2 weeks to 90 days or longer. We had a stock called Wins. Wins, by the way, which is running and is risking itself from getting halted again. This was just coming off a 6-month halt. Wins is just coming off a 6-month halt. And now here we go with traders playing this bullshit again. And, they're risking it again. They're risking it again. And Wins is higher than it was before. Look at this. This was back in June, right? It ended up getting halted. When did it end up getting halted? It got halted on June 7th. It got halted on June 7th. You weren't able to trade it again until December the 4th, which was not even 3 weeks ago, right? Not even 3 weeks ago. And now look where it is now. It's above where the SEC stepped in at. So Wins, another stock that is on the radar of the regulators. I have no doubt, if this goes on tomorrow, if we see 350, 400 wins tomorrow, that's a wrap for them. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, look at that. It's absolutely insane, man. Somebody made money there. Somebody made money on there. I'll give them the kids cheer for that. But yeah, guys, let me get out of here. We'll see what Bitcoin does tomorrow, what these coin stocks do tomorrow. I foresee a pullback on a lot of them tomorrow. But it's going to be a great opportunity for you to, depending on, again, how aggressively they sell off, to be able to get in on some of these. All right, some of them are still early in the process. CNXS is one I'm very well watching, and I think that can come out of those triples. and P-Top, Puro, a lot of these ones that just turned on, VPOR. You know what I mean? I think these are stocks that one day we can see at, you know, a penny or two or 4 or 5 cents coming out of these lower levels, especially with the fact that, you know, guys are still excited about Bitcoin. But, you know, I'd love to see Bitcoin back in the green, because that's where the money starts really coming in, when Bitcoin's in the green. But until then, I think you just kind of side-eye a lot of these until they get back to their lows. All right? A lot of tickers we went through, but definitely hope you guys saw, you know, some stocks that you like. Let me go ahead and ring the bell. And, man, it's always so fast, man. The show goes so damn fast in terms of time. But, absolutely. All right. Appreciate you guys as always. Appreciate you guys here as always. Another great show. Yes, indeed, Eban R. Man, what can you say, man? I mean, it's always money to be made. Always money to be made on the stock market, man. It's crazy. You know, you could miss 2-3 days, come back and hit a 200% gain, 30%, 40%, whatever it is. You know, it's not always this easy, right? It's not always this easy, though. You know, that's why you got to really enjoy when you have days and weeks like what we're having right now on Bitcoin. Londell Carter, Joe Silva, thank you, sir. Appreciate you, Joe. SC Trucker, thanks a lot, man. Desert Edge, Bill Betts, James Cade, Andrew Gladys. Appreciate you, man. Who else was up in here? Gucci. What's up, Gucci? Saw you in there. All my callers. Ken, Anthony. All my new callers. Dayon Jackson, Alex Flores, Desert Edge, Cartoon Flow. All the people watching, all the people lurking. Visit my website. Add me on Twitter, OTC3000. My website, advancedequityresearch.com. Until then, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. I'll be on tomorrow. Yes, indeed, man. Episode 252 tomorrow. Till then, mine in North Carolina. Diddy can't afford the North Carolina Panthers, man. Diddy needs to stop that shit. You know what Diddy is doing? Diddy is putting a word out there, so he doesn't have the cash. Diddy is not liquid enough to buy a football team. But what he's doing is that he's getting the kind of excitement behind him that will be able to lure private equity companies who are saying, wow, if we can get Diddy on our team to buy this, then we can be able to have a franchise that has, you know, a new fan base and shit like that. But Diddy ain't got the cash. But I love what he's doing, though. Game recognized game. I love what he's doing. But what Diddy's trying to do is he's trying to get other people with a lot of money to come behind him. He's looking for a Jay-Z deal. That's what he's looking for. All right, guys. I'm out of here. We can talk more of that tomorrow. Take care. Deuces.